What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. The goal of the channel is to help inspire you, motivate you to grow your small business. Doesn't matter if it's pressure washing or anything else you can think of, and I have absolutely positively nothing to sell you. All right, guys, welcome back. I want to address something. Hopefully this can be a really cool, short and sweet video. I know I say that all the time and it ends up being like 10, 15, 20 minutes, but for real, this is just a really short thing I kind of want to talk on. And it's about pricing, how to price pressure washing products. Products, jobs, projects is what I was talking about. I don't have a whiteboard or anything. I don't have anything to write things down, but hopefully what I tell you can actually resonate with you. And if you're just getting started in this business, this applies to you. And this probably doesn't apply to people that have been doing this for a long time, like myself, because we have our own ways of pricing things. And for all you new guys that are thinking about getting into pressure washing or really any service business, for that matter, I'm just gonna walk around my place so you guys might get a little bit of a tour, no judgment, please. Anyway, so look, when you're a new service business, market pricing, there's so many prices that people charge nowadays. You have people talk about the $99 guy, right? The person just goes out there and does stuff for really, really cheap, and their whole game is the volume game. I'm gonna do hundreds of jobs for really, really cheap. And then you got the expensive guy, he's the guy that's gonna go out there and really charge top of the market price. In my opinion, guys, you guys shouldn't be paying attention to any of that. What you should do, in my opinion, if you're new starting this business, agree with me, disagree with me. I never labeled myself an expert. I'm not your guru. I'm not selling you any courses on how to do pricing. I'm giving you my opinion on how I feel about this subject. And really, when you're new at something, you need to, the first question you should be asking yourself is, okay, I've started my business. I've invested, this much time and this much money. I'm going out there. I'm taking on liability. What is my time worth for such amount or whatever I'm doing? So what you need to do is come up with like an hourly rate, right? That should be your baseline. Like I tell people, like my pricing is based on several different factors. Yes, square footage is a part of the factor, but it probably takes up like a third of the pie when it comes to factoring my pricing. Like me personally, it's okay, I have my square footage price. I start there, okay? Then I ask myself, okay, it doesn't matter if it's 20 cents or 25 cents per square foot or 40 cents a square foot. I take that price, that price per square foot, and I multiply that times the square footage, and then I get a number, right? For example, let's call it $600. I ask myself, okay, Austin, is this house or this roof or this driveway, is that worth $600? And it's a simple yes or a simple no. Either yes, that falls in the parameters of $600, it makes complete sense, it's a $600 job, or it's like, you know what, there's some external risk factors. There's all kinds of stuff around. It's a huge job. It's gonna require this, and this chemical. All those types of factors go into the pricing. So first, what I tell people is, okay, you need to come up with what you have, like what's your minimum per hour? Like what's your rate to where if you did not make this per hour, the business doesn't make sense? For me, I figured out that's somewhere around $250, $275 an hour, guys. I've said this multiple times, but I'll run through it again. First off, you got your taxes, you got your labor, your equipment, your chemicals, your own bills. I mean, that's probably what we do this for, is our own bills and our own, prosperity of trying to get to the next level in life. And then plus all the other stuff that comes in with running a business. I mean, insurance costs, website. I mean, the list goes on and on, guys. It's just funny when you start your own business, your bills, like you got like 10 or 15 all these bills to worry about at the end of the month, like different bills that associated with the business. Okay, so there has to be some sort of number that makes it worthwhile. We're not doing this business to make $50 or $60 an hour. That does not make sense, at least where I live. People have been like calling me like scamming. People are saying that I'm scamming my customers because I'm charging, $300 to blow out someone's gutters and blow out someone's gutters on a single story. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I live in Austin, Texas. It's like it's the other LA. I mean, it's becoming the other Los Angeles. I mean, guys, apartments are $2,300 a month for a for a one bedroom, like a decent one bedroom apartment. I mean, mortgages, I mean, all these things, cost of living, groceries are going up by like 8%. You got inflation, gas prices. So in my area, I'm sorry, I can't charge $100 to go on a one-story roof and clean out some gutters that I know is gonna take me 15 minutes. I just don't care about that. A client is entitled and has their own right to pick whoever they wanna hire. They can hire someone else. They can hire that person on the street that has a ladder and a pair of gloves and a bucket, and they can go clean out those gutters. I'm not gonna do it because I just know it's just not worth my time. Like, I'm running a business here. Like, I'm in it for profit. I'm not gonna waste my time. Start up my truck, my 2500 HD 2002 that gets 13 miles to the gallon, run it up 6-7 miles to clean out someone's gutters and run back. It's not just 15 minutes of work time. It's total operation time. Get up, put on my stuff, run out the door, run to pick up my truck, put gas in the truck, drive to the job, spend time at the job, take on all the liability of potentially things that could go wrong at the job, falling off the roof. Insurance companies don't care that it takes me 15 minutes to do the job. They're still charging me the same rate. So, I mean, with all due respect, this pricing thing is not linear, like it's not solid line. There's so many factors that come into place. So if you're brand new at this, you gotta understand when you ask someone, someone that's been doing this for a long time and you're asking my opinion or anyone else's opinion, just because we say, oh, it's a $600 job doesn't mean it's that for you. I'm in Austin, Texas. It's probably a top 5 most expensive place to live. Okay. That's going to translate to what these businesses locally are charging to do certain stuff. That does not apply to you in wherever small town, Mississippi or California or Colorado or wherever else. If anything, to just make sure you get it completely right. And you can, what I recommend is get your hourly rate figured out, calculate your taxes, calculate your equipment cost, your labor costs, get all that set, and then ask yourself, what is my time worth? Like when I started this business and I left my 9-to-5 making however much, whether it's 50, 60, 80, 100, like when I left that job, okay, like I need to come up with that number of my take home number that I need to make for this whole business idea to be worth it. And then equipment, taxes, insurances, and all that. You come up with that number, $200 an hour, $300 an hour. And that's your number. And then I look at the house, okay, that's a 3,000 square foot house. It's stucco, brick. I'm gonna need a vinyl. I'm gonna need a downstream it and then soft wash it. I'm gonna be there for 3 hours. Okay, so for me, minimum, $750. Okay, then I say, okay, $750. I'm looking at the house. Is that a $750 job? Yeah, it all makes sense. Great. Boom, $750 estimate sent your way. But if I look at it and go, there's sections where I'm gonna need to get on the roof. I'm gonna need to use some kind of $50 per gallon commercial chemical that's gonna take off the rust stains like the customer wanted me to. Or I'm gonna need to, get on this top section of the roof. That way I can shoot and hit that dormer up there. I mean, those are all things that come into the pricing of at least how I price roofs and really how you should price a roof. Just because some dude is getting 15, 20, 25 cents a square foot doesn't mean you should shoot that price to your customer. What if you're in an area where, it's really not that much, it's not really affluent and there's not that many people that have disposable income. They can't pay 25 cents a square foot. They're not gonna pay you $1,000 to wash the house. You kind of have to take your business and kind of look at your market and figure out what makes sense, So if you guys are out there looking for, the exact pricing, the magic number that supposedly is going to fix all your pricing issues, truth be told, it doesn't exist. There's all kinds of guys, you gotta make this per square foot, and yada, yada, yada. Dude, don't go with that, okay? Figure out what makes sense to you. what is going to benefit you in your life and your business, because we don't start this just to switch jobs. We switch this to really, get to the next level and have a really nice business that'll provide really nice things for you and your family. Figure out that number, calculate the other, the risk assessment, the taxes, the expenses, and yada, 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 yada. You guys already know. You guys are probably a lot smarter than me, okay? And I'm not that smart. So calculate that stuff out, get your number, and that's the number you should be charging for your pricing. It's not 15 cents a square foot. It's not 20 cents a square foot. It's not 25 cents a square foot. It's the number that makes sense for you and your business and you and your family to take care of yourselves. Thank you. Peace. Have a nice day. See you on the next one.